You're tuning in to VNA News Daily Bulletin. Coming up next, we have your top stories.
Party General Secretary Nguyen Trong pays working visit to Long An Province. Vietnam and Iran are stronger multi-faceted cooperation. Dandenong Vietnam team comes 8th at Clipper Race 8th leg.
On March 15, Party General Secretary Nguyen Trong visited the Mekong Delta province of Long An to inspect its implementation of socio-economic development, security, defense, external relations, and party building.
Meeting with the provincial authorities, Party General Secretary Trong stressed the important location of Long An in the southern key economic zone. He said, with a favorable geographical position, the province has potential for development. The agricultural-based province leads the Mekong Delta region in economic growth, posting a yearly rate of 11%. Per capita income reaches 50.4 million Vietnam dong per year, ranking the third in the region. The party leader asked the province to consider economic development a key task, together with ensuring defense and security and external relations. He said he hopes the province will successfully perform its party-building tasks and build a transparent political system. Visiting remote commune Đức Hòa Đông in Đức Hòa district, Party General Secretary Trong hailed the locality's achievements, describing it as a vivid manifestation of the success of industrialization in Long An province in particular and the home country in general. However, he noted, industrialization also requires a lot of changes in thinking, in management and in labor productivity, and requires human resource training. The party chief also asked the locality to pay attention to properly meeting the social welfare needs of local people, as well as building the party important issues aside from economic development. As part of his visit, the party leader also visited Dong Quang Fiber Joint Stock Company in Hai Sơn Industrial Park in Đức Hòa Hạ Commune, Đức Hòa District.
As part of his state visit to Iran, President Trong held separate meetings with Speaker of the Iranian National Consultative Assembly Ali Larijani and Chairman of the Expediency Council of Iran Rafsanjani on March 14. The leaders noted with pleasure the fruitful development of the traditional friendship between Vietnam and Iran over the past years. President Trong suggested the Vietnamese and Iranian legislative bodies closely coordinate with each other in supervising and accelerating the realization of bilateral commitments and agreements. He expressed his hope that with their prestige and role, the Iran Speaker and Chairman will constructively contribute to enhancing the traditional friendship between the two countries. For their part, the Iranian leaders affirmed their support for the all-round cooperation with Vietnam, particularly in the field of economic cooperation. Speaker Larijani suggested the two sides properly set up collaboration in the banking sector and increase the connectivity between enterprises to create foundations for further economic, trade and investment ties. Chairman Rafsanjani said trade and economic cooperation between the two countries remain modest compared to their potential and proposed both sides mobilize all resources to lift ties in these fields. He also suggested expanding bilateral cooperative relations to other spheres such as science, technology, education and culture. Earlier, President Sang paid a call on the Vietnamese embassy staff, where he briefed on the country's directions in diplomatic ties with Iran. He requested the embassy staff to work with relevant ministries and agencies to facilitate the flow of Vietnamese investment into Iran. On March 15, President Sang hosted a reception for Hem Motaki, president of the Iran-Vietnam Friendship Association. Motaki, former Iranian ambassador to Vietnam, said he considers Vietnam to be his second home. He also said in his new capacity, he would do his best to boost the friendship between the two countries and enhance bilateral ties in politics, culture and economics. President Sang said Vietnam attaches importance to cooperate ties with Iran. He also spoke highly of the activities conducted by the Iran-Vietnam Friendship Association and lauded the contributions made by the association's president to enhance bilateral ties. The same day, President Sang delivered an opening speech at the Vietnam-Iran Business Forum, which drew over 200 Iranian and 30 Vietnamese businesses. President Sang noted that Vietnam and Iran need to tap their potentials for stronger cooperation. He said, together with linking the demand for commodities between the two countries, both sides should focus on supporting their businesses in trading with their partners in respective countries. Iranian Minister of Trade, Industry and Mines Nematzadeh said Iran wants to boost ties with Vietnam in technology, fisheries, petrochemistry and healthcare. He expressed his belief that after President Sang's visit, there will be more business opportunities for the two countries. National Assembly Chairman Nguyen met with constituents in the central province of Hà Tĩnh on March 15 to inform about the agenda of the upcoming session of the legislature. The 11th session of the 13th tenure National Assembly will kick off on March 21st with a focus on reviewing the performance of state-run agencies and the 5-year socio-economic development situation to improve policies for national development in the next 5 years. The National Assembly will make important adjustments to leadership positions at state-run agencies, which will be further improved after the election of deputies to the 14th legislature. Laws and ordinances regarding the implementation of the Constitution, a significant political and legal basis to guarantee future national development, will be bettered. The top legislator emphasized the key tasks in 2016, including the election of deputies to the 14th National Assembly and the People's Councils at all levels in the 2016 to 2021 tenure. Hungarian Minister of Public Administration and Justice Laszlo Csányi said his country is willing to exchange justice experience with Vietnam, thus deepening cooperation between the judicial sectors of the two countries. The Hungarian minister made the remark during the talk with his Vietnamese counterpart Ha Hung Cường on March 15, as he has been on a working visit to Vietnam from March 14 to 17. He briefed the host on Hungary's judiciary system, saying that the Hungarian ministry focuses on enhancing the trust of the people in the national judiciary and protecting the country's constitution. Minister Cường said he believes the visit will open new opportunities for the two sides to share experience, helping to develop the judiciary of both nations. He stressed that Vietnam is working to fine-tune its legal system in order to serve the enforcement of the 2013 Constitution.
Chief Justice of the Supreme People's Court Trương Hòa Bình hosted a reception in Hanoi on March 15 for Hungarian Minister of Justice Laszlo Csányi, during which both hoped that the two countries will intensify delegation exchanges and cooperation in legal and judicial affairs. In 2011, the two countries' courts signed a Memorandum of Understanding on Judicial Cooperation, which has served as a foundation for them to carry out collaborative activities and to share information and tighten mutual understanding. The Hungarian minister is on a working visit to Vietnam from March 14 to 17, which aims to further strengthen judicial cooperation in particular and bilateral friendship and cooperation in general.
The United States has imposed higher anti-dumping duties on Vietnamese warm water shrimp exports during the review period from February 1, 2014 to January 31, 2015. This decision was taken at the 10th Administrative Review. The review was requested on 51 Vietnamese shrimp exporters, including 2 mandatory respondents, Minh Phu Group and Sóc Trăng Seafood JSC. According to the preliminary results of the 10th Administrative Review, sales by the 2 mandatory respondents Minh Phu Group and Sóc Trăng Seafood JSC to the U.S. were made below normal value. Therefore, they are subject to anti-dumping duties. The duty on Minh Phu Group was initially set at 2.86%, higher than the 1.39% in the 9th review, while Trong Seafood JSC was subject to a tariff at 4.78%. Anti-dumping duty on voluntary respondents was preliminarily established at 3.56%, nearly 4 times higher than the official 0.91% set in the 9th review. The tariff on other Vietnamese firms, those exporters not examined as mandatory or voluntary respondents in the 10th Administrative Review, remains at 25.76%. The official duty at the 10th Administrative Review was scheduled to release in July. According to the General Department of Customs, last year Vietnam's shrimp export value to the U.S. was reduced by 38.3% year-on-year to $657 million US. Sailors of the Dandenong Vietnam team came 8th in the 8th leg of the Clipper World Yacht Race in Nguyen, Shandong province of China. Our reporters in the country will bring more details.
Skipper Daniel Smith and his team Derry Londonderry Dory became the winner of the leg. Carmine and Almec's teams came 2nd and 3rd. To date, the best performance of the Dandenong Vietnam team is its victory in the Sydney Hobart Lake last Christmas. During their stay in Qingdao, the Clipper World Yacht Race fleet attended numerous exchange activities, such as visiting residential areas and playing football. This is the first time I have participated in such a competition with the hope of challenging myself to water sports. My journey started from Australia to Da Nang City, then Qingdao. We were hit by storms during the journey, but since every member of the team took care of and assisted each other, we finished the race. The Dandenong Vietnam team comprises 58 members coming from the UK, Australia, New Zealand, Qatar, Singapore, Colombia, Sweden, Israel, Mexico, Chile, and Vietnam. As the world's longest ocean race, the 40,000 nautical mile Clipper race is one of the most competitive and challenging sports activities in the world.
The first ever Hoi An International Food Festival titled Taste the World opened on March 14, attracting 12 chefs from 12 countries worldwide.
During the week-long event, the chefs will demonstrate their cooking skills at 12 local restaurants. The participating restaurants will be decorated and themed to the countries of the visiting chefs, who will prepare traditional dishes from their respective countries.
In this festival, we will bring seafood fritto misto, that is the seafood deep fry, and some traditional risotto from North Italy, and one salad made with grilled vegetable.
The festival, a new tourism product of Hoi An in 2016, is expected to bring the local cuisine to countries and territories worldwide, thereby promoting images of the city, its land and people.
I think the tourists are very excited about this, and being away from home, it's nice to see maybe people are from all over the world and to see their countries.
In 2012, the ancient city of Hoi An was shortlisted for the top 10 Asian cities in the U.S. magazine Condé Nast Traveler's Reader's Choice Awards. Hoi An food has also been honored by prestigious magazines and websites globally, ranking 6th in TripAdvisor. Meanwhile, cooking in Hoi An was also named among the top 10 international travel experiences by Lonely Planet.
And that has wrapped up our news bulletin. Thank you for your attention. For more information, please log on to our website at www.vietnamplus.vn. We'll see you soon.